Alright, on this video I'm going to show you how to make a speaker straight from scratch. And what I'm going to be using is I'm going to make a speaker out of a saltine cracker. It's really not that hard. It's the same way you'd build any speaker, except instead of using a piece of paper, piece of plastic, or a CD, I'm going to use a cracker to produce sound. First thing we're going to do to start off is, instead of me finding a magnet somewhere because I'm out right now, I'm going to go ahead and just mount it on the speaker I got right here, because it already has a magnet and it's exposed. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay that on it instead of trying to find another magnet somewhere else, because can't find any anywhere. So the first thing that we need to do right now is we need to make a coil. The way you want to do this is you want to make the coil slightly bigger than the magnet that you have. So you have to find something that's round, or you can do like many other people do online and wrap it with paper, but I don't have any tape on me right now, so I'm just gonna wrap my coil around this hairspray bottle because it's just barely slightly bigger than my magnet. So I'm just gonna wrap it around right here and just make a pretty nice coil. I'm not gonna double it up, I'm not sure yet, depending on how much time this takes, but it'll be pretty simple and easy. I just need to go ahead and grab me some wire real quick. I'm gonna have to break open a coil off of one of my motherboards I ripped out of an old TV. There's usually tons of them on here. Like right now, if you look, there's one right here. I just need to take this off, because as you can see there's copper coils on here, and I need to break that off and get the wire off of it. So alright, and there's the little coil right there. Now all I gotta do is break the covering on it and cut the solders off where it's connected to the motherboard. Oop, looks like I grabbed the wrong one. All I have to do is get the other one right here and go ahead and break it loose instead. And then, same as the other one, I need to break the covering on it. that's done, go ahead and start unwrapping the wire from this thing. And then there will be a little bit of tape surrounding it, so all we got to do is just unwrap it and expose the wire inside of it. Okay, and then I need to get the wire on it, the top piece, and just start uncoiling it now. And then once I get it uncooled, I can go ahead and start wrapping. There we go. This is really thin wire compared to what I usually use. It's really fragile. So it'll probably work a little bit better. Probably have better sound to it. So all I'm going to do, get this, lay my wire flat across this, and then start from the very bottom, well, close to the bottom of the bottle, and then you start wrapping it. And whenever you do it, you're going to make sure it's really tight so it doesn't come loose and go everywhere where you're trying to wrap it all up. Alright, this will take a bit. Alright, and since this is just going to be on a cracker and not an actual speaker, because this will be perishable, because as the music's playing it's going to vibrate and start making the cracker crack, crumble, and fall apart, so it's not going to really last that long. I just made a nice small coil. It'll still work, won't require that much power, and just a small little coil. I'll have to hot glue it together. I'm gonna have to plug in my hot glue gun, so it'll probably take a minute or so. So, basic concept is that once I get my cracker, well, not my cracker, but my wire ready, all I'm going to do is just set it right here and just have a circle going around it, and I'm going to burn the ends of the wire, as everyone should, so that you can get a connection, and then wire it into my amp, and then set it on top of the magnet over there that I showed you on the back of that speaker, and then it'll basically be a speaker cracker, or a cracker speaker. Won't really be that difficult. As most people do, they'll probably tape this or something. The way I do it is so that it's easier and the coil is more exposed so it gets a better sound, is I wrap it around something really tight, and then I go over at least 4 tiny parts of the wire, and basically 1/4 of each part I'll make a line going across the wire to hold it together. But other than that, it really doesn't need anything to hold its shape, as long as you're not throwing it around or anything. Just keep it in place and be careful with it. That's what I do with everything. Like my little baby speaker that I made, it's just glued on a couple of parts. And same with this speaker that I made right here. It's basically the same as my cracker speaker. All I did was coil it and just put a couple of places of glue to hold it in place, and then run it into my amp and put it on the back of the battery. Well, not battery, but the magnet, like I'm doing this cracker one. I just thought it would be interesting because I told one of my friends that I was gonna make a speaker out of a cracker, because from me doing my surface speaker, putting on random things and turning it into a speaker, I thought, hey, it'd be fun to turn a cracker into a speaker. So I don't know if it'll put that much sound out because it's hollow and it has little pockets of air where the cracker bubbled up whenever it was being cooked. So we'll see. Let's see. Alright. And right now I'm running low on hot glue, so I have to put a screwdriver down in there to push it out. Ooh, a little too much. But I can deal with that. There we go. And push it down, let it dry, and then go to another piece right over here. And you want to make sure your coil is tight whenever you do this, so that it doesn't have gaps in it whenever you glue it, so it'll have better sound. Because most people, whenever they do this, what they do is they just do a sloppy job of the coil, and it's not very loud. And that's one of the main reasons why homemade speakers aren't that loud and they require amps, is because not very many people make them properly. Alright, and then go ahead and apply some glue right there. And then also go over to the other side, add some glue right there. So right now I'm almost out of hot glue, so I'm sticking my screwdriver in the back and pulling it out through it, because you can't push any more out. So it just, whenever you pull it out, it pulls out a whole bunch of glue, and I use it while it's hot and just stick it on there. Alright, now we got our coil done. Simple, easy, done. Now all we have to do is get it off whatever you coil it around. And that piece just came loose, and my coil came loose. Well, part of it did anyways. It'll still work. Alright, now I just need to slowly slide this off. Don't want to make the coil spread any more than it needs to. And it may take a while sometimes to get it off, so that it doesn't mess up the coil. I'm gonna have to re-glue this because the hot glue didn't bond very well. I think it's because of the different type of wire. It didn't do that well, because usually I use some wire that's a tidbit thicker than what I'm using right now. Man, that was quite a bit of glue that came out right there. Alright, this should have a really good bond. Should hold better than the other hot glue that I just put on there a second ago. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Now I gotta peel this hot glue off the bottle now, so that I can actually get the coil off. because it kind of spilled onto the bottle itself. So I need to go ahead and break that loose where it got on there. Then I'm gonna use a pocket knife right here and then just cut away at the hot glue where it's not on the wire so that it can break loose from the bottle. And do that all the way around. That way it's easy to get off. Alright. And should be able to slowly slide this off. This time I'll be a little more careful so I don't break the bond of the hot glue, because I was trying to go a little too fast because it was pretty far up it. Almost there. As soon as I get up to that part, it's gonna pop right off. We gotta be careful whenever we do it too, because whenever it does that, it usually comes uncoiled in some spots. So that's the thing I'm really watching for right now, so that I don't lose that tight coil that I just made. Need it to be nice and perfect. And voila, got my coil. Now I just need to mount it to a cracker. I'll be good to go. I'm gonna just hot glue it in place on the cracker. Right there. And stick some hot glue on it. And as I said, my hot glue gun is almost out of glue, so kind of pushing the last bit of it out. I think I'm out. last bit I can get out of it. See if I can get anything at all, because I've been running pretty low every single time I do this, and I think this just might do. Alright, hopefully this will hold right here. And then just cut off the excess bit of that. And then I need to get my ladder wherever it went. Let's see, here it is. Right here. And then I kind of twist the ends a little bit together so that they're nice and tight and close together, so that whenever I light it, it'll only take a second. And I'm also low on lighter fluid, so you're going to burn that. And as you can see, the smoke goes up off of it. That's the coating getting burnt off. And pull off my other speaker I had attached to my amp, because this is not going to be loud at all, or maybe, I never know. And it doesn't matter which side you hook it to, positive or negative on which one. It really doesn't matter whenever you're making speakers. Just connect it any way you want and it'll be good. Alright. And then I'm gonna hook up my MP3 if it's not dead. Alright. Alright. And baby speaker, ready to go. All I'm gonna do is down. Then, as you can see, there's a lot. And bam, baby speaker. Well, not baby speaker, but cracker speaker. No sound? And because the coil's not like completely secure, because I ran out of hot glue, it rattles. But yeah, real simple and easy. Cracker speaker. See, not hard at all. It's really quick. Well, in my case it's slow because I take my time, but for most people it'll be really quick, and you can make a speaker about almost anything. And if you want me to make a speaker out of anything, just let me know, as long as it's something pretty much flat, because I don't have any magnets with me, so I can't run anything up like through the center, because most magnets, they have a hole in the middle. Well, I don't have any magnets like that, so I'm using my speaker ones. I'll let you know whenever I get some new neodymium magnets so that I can make more speakers. But if you have any requests, just let me know and I'll try my best to make a speaker out of it. And that speaker cracker is not going to last very long, so it's pretty creative though.